Hey everyone, OJ here. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm doing a recap of the first 5 months since my hair transplant. I had a hair transplant in October 25th it was, and I did that in Istanbul. The clinic I picked is Cosmedica, and it's one of the renowned clinics in Istanbul, Turkey. Now I'm gonna tell you all about it. Let's get started. Welcome everyone to Og's Earth. This is the channel where I post all kinds of things from my life, my travels, my experiences, including my hair transplant diary. And I'm doing this diary because first I want to record my progress and everything. It's for my own sake and to monitor what's happening, but also to help other people like you who are doing their research, who are thinking of undergoing a hair transplant, and all of the things that you need to know about it. So first things first, why I decided to do this procedure. I wasn't really balding, I didn't really have any major damage to my hair, but with age, my hair was receding. I had a receding hairline at the front, my hair was kind of thinning, and I started seeing my scalp and everything. So I just needed to have a younger looking hair, because as a YouTuber I am watching myself on a daily basis all the time, hours and hours on end of watching myself, and it's just something that I didn't really like about myself. So I decided, let's do something about it. Now I spent about a year in preparation and research. I researched quite a few different clinics. At the time I was based in Cyprus. Right now I'm in Buenos Aires, but I was based in Europe, in Cyprus, and Cyprus is quite close to Turkey. But also I have links to the UK, where I lived for about 20 years. So I also researched places in London. I also researched some other places just to see, what are the different options out there. And I did 4 consultations, 2 with clinics in Turkey, 1 with a clinic in London, and 1 with a clinic in Cyprus. Of course, the prices were different and everything, but for me, the price was not the main factor. What I really was focused on was to find a clinic that has the experience. So I consulted with 2 clinics in Turkey. The consultation I had with Cosmedica went much better. The consultation in Cyprus again didn't give me much confidence. So this is why in the end I decided to go with Cosmedica in Istanbul. Also, the package that they offered included a 5-star hotel, transport and everything. So not flights. Flights was the only thing that I had to cover out of pocket, but for about 2,500 or 3,000, depending on how many grafts you're going to need. That was the package that I got with Cosmedica, and I think this is a very fair price. It's not the cheapest, it's not very expensive, it's kind of in the middle, and I think it makes sense. We decided to do the FUE procedure, which means that hair follicles are individually being extracted from your donor area, and in my case my donor area was the back and the sides of my head, and then they're being transplanted where they need to be. So this is a very straightforward procedure. It's done by hand. I know that some places are now having machines that are offering this kind of service. I wouldn't really want to go for a machine service. I think that there is still some artistry in this, especially on top of your head here, where the hair goes into a spiral. So it's quite a difficult area. So I would recommend that you find someone that will be doing this by hand rather than with a machine. But before I talk about the procedure, another thing about preparation. I mean, it's good to take a few months, I would say a good year before the procedure, to actually prepare your hair. There are things that you can do, such as supplements that you can take to strengthen the hair, to make it also thicker a little bit, just to make it more healthy, so that because you are your donor, you want some strong hair, healthy hair to be transplanted. Also, I did 3 or 4, I think 3 PRP procedures, which is a procedure where blood is being taken from you, and then the plasma is being extracted from your own blood, and it's being inserted into your scalp, and this also helps rejuvenate the hair, thicken it, make it more healthy and everything. So this is definitely something that I would recommend. Take some time. If you don't have a year, if you want to rush into the procedure, at least take 3 or 6 months. because this hair PRP procedure is being done, you need to wait at least 3 months between procedures. So I would say do at least a couple of these, which means you need like 6 months. So definitely this is a good thing to do. Or you can just take some supplements. Research that. I didn't take any supplements. I'm taking supplements now, but I didn't take any prior to the procedure, but I would recommend that you do. Now, very quickly about the procedure before we move into my progress. The procedure took a whole day. We started at around 8 in the morning. I got picked up from the hotel. The hotel was provided by Cosmedica as well. It was part of the package. I got picked up by their own transport. A van took us. We were about 4 people from that hotel that we went for the procedure. Around 9 or 10 o'clock, I had several consultations. I had one technician draw my hairline because we were lowering my hairline. I had a receding hairline, so they made sure to draw my hairline according to the the natural way of how my hair goes, so that it doesn't look artificial, it doesn't look too perfect or anything. And you can see that in the pictures as well, that my hairline looks a little bit out of symmetry on one side, but that is how my natural hairline was going, and I wanted to keep that. I mean, it was their decision anyway, but I was very much on board with that because I didn't really want everything to look perfect and therefore fake, right? So we decided on 4,000 grafts for me. Originally they suggested 4,500, but that would involve 2 days of procedure. I didn't really want to go for 2 days, also because I didn't really have any severe balding or anything like that. So for me it was just a matter of thickening the hair. So I suggested 4,000 grafts instead of 4,500. They agreed, and this is what we did. So it took 1 day and it took full day. We started around 10 o'clock and the first half of the day, maybe until 2 p.m., 2 p.m., it was extracting the hair follicles, the healthy hair follicles from the back and the sides of my head. Then we had a lunch break. And then the second half of the day was the implanting of these same hair follicles into the areas where they needed to be. So I had about 3 or 4 people actually working on this. 2 people were extracting, then I had another 2 people implanting, a third person was examining the hairs under the microscope and stuff like that. I mean, it's a very professional service. The clinic is quite large. They have quite a lot of rooms and everything, quite a lot of people, technicians that are working on this as well. Dr. Ajar is very attentive. He's of course overlooking the whole process, and I am very happy with the service. Then after the procedure, I was taken back to my hotel. I had a rest. I was provided with some medicines, things, painkillers in the beginning, which I actually didn't take because I didn't have pain. They gave me a hairband and a medical cap to protect the hair. I had bandages on the first night. Then the next day I was taken back to the clinic to remove the bandages, to wash the area and everything. And then I was given 6 months supply of vitamins and supplements that I'm taking orally. Also shampoos. And I had 2 different shampoos for the first couple of weeks, and then after that another type of shampoo that I'm now still using, and a hair serum that I'm using every other day. I think I should be using it every day, but I often forget, so it's pretty much every other day that I'm using this, and I'm washing the hair every other day because I just don't like to wash my hair every day. Now let's move on to my progress. Well, the first couple of weeks are the most difficult ones. At first of all, you have a bit of swelling on the head. In my case, it was a minor swelling, almost unnoticeable, but I've seen some people make a stronger reaction and they have quite a bit of swelling. This is quite normal. It usually subsides within a couple of days, maybe 3 or 4 days, and it subsides, so you don't really notice it anymore. The hair starts growing pretty much straight away. By the second and third day, I already started seeing hair growing, and they do shave your head completely for the procedure. So you do notice, of course, in the first couple of weeks, you start noticing the little hairs start growing. What I noticed at first is that the hairs were looking a little bit like baby hair, a little bit different than the usual hair that I'm used to having. But then again, I haven't really shaved my head in more than a decade. So I'm not sure. It could be that my hair is just looking like that now. But of course, it was my own hair that was implanted, so I'm not suggesting that the hair is any different or anything like that. But it just felt like it's a little bit more fragile, more thinner hair than than how it looks when it's longer. And I mean, right now it looks normal, but in that very first week, I would say that the hair was looking a little bit more like baby hair. That's the only way I can describe it. And then, of course, you have some scabbing. There is some, skin scabs that are showing in the first couple of weeks. And it almost looks like dandruff or something like that, but it's just normal scabbing, and that goes off after a couple of weeks. For the first couple of weeks, I was not allowed to use any type of rubbing of the head. I had a special foam that I had to apply with very gentle taps on my head. You stay with that foam for about 20 minutes, half an hour, and then after that you wash it off and you use a special shampoo. And that was for the first, pretty much for the first couple of weeks up to a month. And then after that, I started using the shampoo that also they provided, a different type of shampoo, the one you're seeing here on the screen, and the serum as well. So that I started after the first 4 weeks. And then I also started taking the supplements at the same time. And I'm still taking these supplements. I'm taking them every day. There are 3 types of supplements. One is a complex formula, which includes a dozen of vitamins and a dozen of minerals and a few amino acids and extracts and things that, I mean, I'm just displaying them here on the screen for you, because for me to list all of these is going to take a long time. But it is a really complex formula, and I really like that pill. It's got so much stuff. I'm definitely going to ask them to give me more when I run out of this, because I feel that this is a really good supplement. Also, I'm taking saw palmetto and biotin, and both of these are available. You can buy them from anywhere, and these are also things that you can take in advance in preparation for the operation, because these are thickening the hair and making it healthier, and you want that. So these I started taking around the 4th week, and really the 4th week is when we start seeing more noticeable results. Pretty much all of my head is now covered, and I've got, it's the hair is looking thicker and everything. Of course, as we progress, by week 6 things are looking even better. This is when you don't really see my scalp anymore. And of course, week 7, week 8, week 9 is when I actually started having enough hair to sort of start styling it. But it's really around week 11 when I had long enough hair to actually have a hairstyle. And by week 12 or week 13, I think, is when I started trimming my hair on the sides. I didn't really want to cut anything from the top, because I'm really trying to see how the progress goes, and wanting to see, how fast my hair grows and everything. But by week 11, 12, I started cutting it a little bit on the sides, because I wanted to actually shape up my hairstyle. And this is the hairstyle that I had prior to the operation. This is the same hairstyle now that I am maintaining. By week 14, we can see actually that my hair is looking quite long, and it's noticeably long. And I think around week 17 or week 16 was when I actually cut even a little bit on the top, but just a little bit, because I didn't really want it to get too heavy and start falling, because I like to wear my hair upwards. And one thing is that I don't actually use any products on my hair. I like to keep my hair completely natural. And because of the way that I comb my hair and everything, it's now just staying like that. So I don't have to use any gels or foam or hairspray or anything like that. So I like to keep it natural. This is also why you can see that it looks a little bit messy, but I like it this way, and this is what I'm doing. So by week 19 and week 20, you can see that my hair is now looking quite long already. Only on the sides is what I'm trimming, and only once I trimmed it a tiny bit on the top, but it was less than a centimeter that I took off, and that's about it. So this is how we get now to week 22, which is right now. This is a month 5, and I'm having a full body of hair. You can see on the pictures that you can't even see my scalp anywhere, even here in the back, that line at the back of my head, which is typically where you can see my scalp. And of course, this is something that you can't avoid. I mean, I could do another procedure and really focus on that area and completely remove this, but I don't think this is natural. And I'm not really trying to look like a 15-year-old or anything like that. So I'm quite happy with the results. I think that Cosmedica did a really good job with this hair transplant. Do more research, research different places, of course. And also I have other videos where I'm talking about the pros and cons, and all the questions that you should be asking, and all the things that you need to be aware when you are deciding what type of procedure to undergo, because FUE is not the only type of procedure. You can actually go for the older procedure, which is taking a strip of hair and implanting it. That leaves a bit of scarring, but for some people that works even better. And actually for some people this is the only way. So definitely get different opinions, make as many consultations as you want, because really you need to feel that the surgeon that you're talking to gives you enough confidence that this is the right person for you. So this is my advice and this is my progress. I hope this helps you guys. Make sure to follow, because I will be coming with another update next month. It will be 6 months progress, and I will be doing that for the whole first year. So at the end, in October, we are going to see my progress for the entire year. So definitely make sure to follow this channel, and thanks for watching. If you have any questions, anything to ask me, leave it in the comments below, because I will be reading these comments, and in my next video I will address any questions, because my goal with this is to actually help as many people as possible. So if there's anything I didn't cover in this video, drop the question in the comments and I'll make sure to cover it in the next one. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'm gonna see you in the next one.